notice how summer can make you feel both supercharged and scattered? In Chinese medicine, that's the fire element talking to you. Hey, I am Diane Del Reyes. I'm a licensed acupuncturist, an essential oil alchemist, course creator, wellness business mentor, and I have over 23 years in the wellness business with different ways to serve you. I turn Chinese medicine wisdom into jaw-dropping client results and leveraged income for holistic wellness pros like you. So, if you're ready to spark your fire element and grow a freedom-based business, let's dive in. So, it is summer. The fire element is upon us. We're just coming out of the wood element, which is really about birthing something new and then becoming. And the fire element is when you've become, when you've taken what you birthed and put it into action. Other traits of the fire element are like warmth, obviously, joy, connection. That is a huge part, especially for your wellness business. Connection and really expansive chi. One of the ways that I spark joy in my life is travel. And so I am here in Portugal traveling and enjoying the sights and the water and the cafes and so much energy of people watching. It's been so much fun. So, if you think about like when the fire element is in a balanced state, right? Because each element has a state that's out of balance and imbalance. And we want to obviously create balance in our different seasons. Now, some of the characteristics of a balanced fire element are feeling passionate, joyful, that feeling connection, having mental clarity and acuity, focus, being optimistic, being active, engaged, feeling affectionate, vibrant. And if you have too much, like if you think about the fire element, you think about what can happen with fire. Well, it can become excess and burn out of control. And that's when we're feeling more scattered and we're feeling more anxious. And those are not the qualities that we want to create. So we want to bring that fire down. We want to relax that fire. We want to keep the flames stoked, but not have it out of control. Because when it starts diminishing and losing that fire, then sadness really starts creeping in. And we don't want that, do we? So, of course, we have some great acupuncture points that are going to support you to keep a balanced fire element this season. So, for instance, you can be using Heart 7, which is if you follow your pinky line down on the wrist crease, it is right there. So that is Heart 7. So that's like your go-to point, especially when you want a balanced fire element. You're feeling maybe a little scattered or anxious, and pretty much I don't know anybody who's not these days, especially if you're living in the US. But we want to really, even in the moment, you want to be more proactive and using this point. And also another one that's really good is called conception vessel or CV17. It's right over your breastbone, basically at the nipple line. And that is a really good point to keep that centered, balanced fire element. And it's also great for creating connection. If you're feeling like you're kind of shutting down and you want to open up to more connection in your life and love, of course, love is part of this. It's the fire element is associated with the heart. And so love is a big deal to the fire element. And so we want to make sure we're open to love. CV17 is a beautiful point for that. Another one is pericardium 6. which, if you think about the pericardium, it's like the gatekeeper of the heart. It protects the heart. And so, pericardium 6, if you start mid wrist, on the wrist line, if you go 2 fingers breadth down, you'll actually fall into a little divot. You'll feel that. I love this point because it relates to that heart. So sometimes if you're having tightness with that anxiety, it also, if you feel a little queasy, that's a great point. So pericardium 6. So some of the oils that I love on these points that really do well to help balance fire element is the florals, like jasmine is a go-to, neroli, rose oil is huge. You can use it on any one of those 3 points. I also really love sandalwood because sandalwood, it's especially here. Here, I use it on my yin tongue, third eye. I love that because what it does is it gathers, we call it gathers scattered chi. So if there's a lot of energy or excess or anxiety and you kind of need to center, using a wood oil is really, really lovely for that. And sandalwood is my personal favorite for that. So it's really important to understand the different energetics of these oils. Like when you take in these oils, what are the areas in your body that they have an affinity for? Where are they going to? So I have a course called Essential Oil Energetics where I teach that. If you're interested, just put EOE in the comments below. Let me know, email me, click the link in my bio, do any of the things. If that's something you're interested, it's a great starter place to really start understanding how to categorize the oils from a Chinese medicine perspective because it gets more specific than just saying top notes, middle notes, base notes. You get to see the level of not cheese, chi, that the oils enter and which meridians and organ systems. So it's really powerful to have that information under your belt. I'm also doing a Q&A on Thursday, June 19th at, sorry, I'm in Portugal, so my times are all messed up right now, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. So I'm super excited about that. I'll put a link below in the caption if you want to join the Facebook group. It's going to be in my Facebook group, the link in the bio if you're watching this on Instagram, and I'll also put it if you're watching on YouTube, etc. It'll be available to you. I look forward to supporting you more. I want to hear, like, what is your favorite thing about summer? What gets you the most excited as it relates to your life and your business and your clients? What do you notice with your clients? These are some of the questions that are just popping up in my head. All right. Take good care. I hope this was helpful. Let me know what questions you have. And I hope to see you on the Q&A call this Thursday. Basically, by the time you see this, it'll be tomorrow. So I know it's short notice, but I will have the replay inside the Facebook group. So if you have any questions, you can ask them there. All right. Take good care. Bye-bye.